about how people recognize faces. And looking at your large set of examples here, it's very clear that some features carry a lot of weight in the recognition process, and others, which are probably less distinctive, don't. Has there been any research that's tried to apply that kind of common sense observation computationally?
Well, that's a very good observation, and people know that. And the best way to illustrate that is by looking at the cartoons in everyday newspaper, right? I mean, the professional cartoonist will just have a very simple line drawing, and you can tell who this politician is or famous personality is. And the way you do that, you exaggerate some, just by looking at the nose, for example, of eyebrows, you can tell who this person might be. So that means somehow we need to come up with salient features for that particular person. Okay, these are not features across the whole population. So that means, how do we find a person-specific salient features? And that means first we must be able to detect the features in a face, and that itself is a very difficult problem. How do we, and that's why most of the face recognition systems are sort of appearance based, and they look at the whole image as one entity and do the recognition rather than sort of a parts-based approach. And in the parts-based, you can sort of say, okay, is this person's nose? So we are using sort of common features which are applicable to all faces rather than a person-specific recognition system. So ideally, yes, we would like to do that, we just don't know.
You don't know of anybody.
Well, I think people would like to do that, it's just that we haven't been able to figure it out how to handle this segmentation problem. Now, if I had many images of one particular person, maybe for that particular person I can learn something and have like a two-class problem. This person versus everybody else, right? But that's a difficult problem.
It's particularly noticeable in your age sequences.
Yes.
Because it's very easy to see this person's eyebrows are exactly the same when he was 2 as when he was 58.
See, so we have a remarkable ability to do such segmentation. I mean, just zero in on some significant thing. We don't know how to do that. Yes.
As a follow-up to that, you have the charts of the accuracy of the automated vision.
Yes.
Do you have any comparison charts?
Yeah, that's.
Sometimes I like to.
I think there have been, that generated a lot of controversy recently. So as part of the FRBT, face recognition vendor test, they also took some human subjects and had them do some recognition. And then they put down a very catchy title. In fact, there was a note appeared in Science also in the last few months. Machines do better than humans. And so for that particular small database, yeah, you could do it, but so that became more sensational, than anything else. And having a benchmark, machine versus human, which human to use, what is their background, how much training they had, and as the size of the database starts increasing, there's no way humans can handle that. So that's a big problem. So all the questions have been asked by the professors and the students. Yes.
Do you think it's possible to recognition with people finding the lost and it's possible?
You will. I don't know about that. I mean, I think you can feed the animal face into a Cognitech and it will do something. It will match. You don't know how to do that. Most commercial face recognition systems, okay, they don't know whether it's a human face or an animal face. Okay, if you fed in a cat's face to the database, it will match with somebody. You know, that's it. Again, that shows the tremendous weakness of the automated face recognition system. They cannot tell whether it's a human face or a cat face. Okay. In fact, if you're looking for a difficult problem for a course project, you can have a cat versus dog. You can't tell, whether it's a cat or a dog. It's a two-class pattern recognition problem. Not an easy task. Yes. Well, so there's always this dilemma about security versus privacy. Okay, and on the one hand, people will say, if you didn't do anything bad, what are you worried about? Okay. On the other hand, if the authorities are collecting the face image, what are they going to use it for, other than just to monitor the public place? Okay, so there's this notion of public place. You are in a public place, okay, and what you are doing or affects other citizens as well. So it's a question of then what happens to the data which is collected, how long it is kept, and does it get used for some other nefarious purposes, and does it get linked to some other database? I think that's where the privacy issue comes in. So we know that there is a surveillance camera when we go to ATM to withdraw money, right? There's a camera in 7-Eleven and so on. We don't object. Only when it gets linked to something else, then it is a problem. That's when the privacy issue comes in. All right, thank you very much.
Lecture or talks by Professor Anil Jain. Next, I would like to ask the Dean of Faculty of Engineering, Chulalongkorn University, to present a small brief from our council. ในเอกสารที่แจกก็ได้มีเนื้อหาของการบรรยายครั้งถัดไปนะคะขอความกรุณาได้ลองดูเอกสารและเผื่อที่เราจะได้มาเป็นส่วนหนึ่งของการเรียนรู้ร่วมกันนะคะกับคณะวิศวกรรมศาสตร์ค่ะขอบคุณมาก Thank you very much for all your attention
Thank you.